This episode is brought to you by Amazon Business. We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions, so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Welcome to From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career, and hosted by Work Defined. Join our AI co-hosts as they dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Let's get your career started.
Welcome to the deep dive. You send us your sources and we dive in to pull out those game-changing insights for you.
That's the idea.
Today, we're tackling something huge for so many of you. Launching that early career, getting started.
Yeah, it's a big one. We looked at this great piece from College Recruiter advice from 18 hiring experts. So lots of perspective.
Right, 18 experts. And our mission here really is to go beyond just, how to get a job.
Exactly. We want to equip you with real strategies. How do you make your application, your interview, actually stand out? How do you land a role that feels right, that sets you up properly?
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. The application itself, it feels like a black hole sometimes, doesn't it? How do you make sure someone actually sees it?
Well, one thing that came up again and again was customization, tailoring.
Feels obvious, maybe, but the article mentions taking those few extra minutes. Sounds like it really, really matters.
It absolutely does. Think of the job description, right?
Yeah.
It's basically your cheat sheet. Seriously.
A cheat sheet? How so?
Well, it tells you exactly what language they use, what skills they prioritize. So if they say strong communication skills,
You echo that.
you echo it. Yeah, but then you back it up. You don't just say it. You point to, I don't know, a group project you led or maybe a presentation you nailed.
Okay. So mirror their language, but then provide the proof. Make it specific.
Precisely. Bring it to life for them. And we can't ignore the tech side either. The AI screener.
Oh, yeah, the applicant tracking systems,
Yeah.
ATS.
So keywords are crucial. You need to pull those from the job description, use strong action verbs, and quantify things whenever you can. Numbers stick out.
That stat from Interactive CV really jumped out at me. Tailored resumes get 40% more interviews.
40%. I mean, that's huge. It shows where spending that extra time really pays off.
Definitely makes you rethink just sending out the same generic resume everywhere.
You really shouldn't. And it's not just about gaming the system, it's about crafting a narrative, even in the resume.
A narrative. How do you mean?
Don't just list tasks. Show the impact. What problem did you actually solve? What did you make better? Answer that so what? Question for them.
Okay, connect the dots for the hiring manager. Show them why you matter.
Exactly. And that leads into another good point from Forefront Web, the inverted pyramid style.
Like in journalism. Most important stuff first.
Yeah. Put your absolute best, most relevant qualifications right at the top. Because honestly, they might only glance at it for, 7 seconds?
7 to 9 seconds, yeah. That's not a lot of time to make an impression.
Not at all. So you've got to lead strong, make it easy for them to see your potential fit right away.
Okay, so let's say you do all that. You craft this amazing, tailored application. You beat the ATS, and boom, you get the interview.
Good place to be.
Definitely. But now, how do you tell your story effectively in person or, over video? The article talks about making it a conversation, not an interrogation.
Yeah, and storytelling is absolutely key there. You might have heard of the STAR method.
Situation, task, action, result.
Right, exactly. The advice really leans into that, even if it doesn't name it explicitly. So if they ask about a challenge like time management,
you don't just say, I'm bad at it or I fixed it.
No, you tell the story.
Yeah.
What was the specific situation? What task did you need to accomplish? What action did you take? And crucially, what was the result?
That makes sense. It shows you can reflect, learn, solve problems. Like Jeff Main said, they want to understand how you think.
That's it. It's not just what you did, but why you did it that way. What did you consider? What did you learn? Even from small projects or, part-time jobs.
Show the thought process.
Right. And show the impact. Stephen Greet's advice about quantifying results is spot on here too.
The newsletter example, doubling signups. Much better than just managed newsletter.
Night and day difference, numbers cut through.
Yeah.
They provide that concrete evidence.
And speaking of evidence, Scott Castone mentioned showing authenticity through really researching the company, going deep.
Yes. Beyond just glancing at their About Us page, understand their challenges, their values.
What does it really take to lead with impact in today's ever-evolving world? Welcome to Inside the C-Suite, the podcast where influence, energy, innovation, and empathy converge. Hi, I'm Christy Honeycutt, your host. Join me as I sit down with the boldest voices in leadership, visionaries who are not just making decisions, but making a difference. In every episode, we explore the heart of leadership. How do high-performing leaders harness their energy? How do they lead with empathy without losing their edge? How do they turn disruption into innovation and pressure into purpose? You'll hear unfiltered stories of adversity, resilience, and the raw moments that shaped true influence. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence, passion, and the energetic exchange that fuels transformation. Inside the C-Suite is your invitation to lead from a deeper place with intention, connection, and courage. If you're ready to go beyond the surface and unlock what really moves leaders to action, hit subscribe and step inside. You can find us wherever you get your podcast fix. Inside the C-Suite, well, we're an energetic exchange. Let's lead with influence, live with energy, and create with empathy.
I loved his idea of maybe even creating like a mini project related to their business.
That's proactive. It shows serious initiative. It says, I'm not just looking for any job. I'm interested in helping you.
It's tangible proof before you're even hired, which ties into this whole idea of showing, not just telling. Joel Butterly talked about building a portfolio.
Yeah, and importantly, not just for creative roles.
Right. That research paper you aced, that student group project where you took the lead, maybe even improving something small at your coffee shop job.
All of that counts. It's evidence of your skills, your work ethic, your thinking.
And Anders Bill had that cool term, micro executions.
Ooh, I like that too. Little tangible things.
Yeah, like don't just say you like marketing. Maybe do a quick analysis of a campaign on LinkedIn. Don't just say you understand SQL. Write a simple query relevant to their industry. Show them you can do it.
It builds a live portfolio, shows initiative, and then there's the brag book idea from TK Morgan.
Yeah, pulling everything together. Resume, cover letters, recommendation letters.
Certificates, positive feedback emails, volunteer stuff. Keep it all organized.
Like your personal evidence file. Could be really useful, maybe especially for in-person interviews.
Definitely makes you look prepared and professional.
Okay, so we've got the application. We've got ways to show tangible proof. Now, the interview itself. Connecting with the interviewer. Showing enthusiasm.
Crucial stage. And genuine interest really shines through. That means doing your homework, like we said, but also asking thoughtful questions, not just what's the salary.
Right. Show you've actually thought about the role and the company's future. And Miriam Groom mentioned crafting your narrative with confidence.
Yes. Knowing your key stories, your key experiences, and being able to talk about what you learned, especially if you feel you lack traditional experience.
That's a big one for students, reframing that student leadership role or volunteer work.
Absolutely. Focus on the transferable skills, leadership, communication, problem solving. Show how they apply here.
Shannon Bloom really emphasized knowing your value and connecting it directly to this role, this company.
You have to make that connection explicit for them. Why are your skills the answer to their needs?
Which again comes back to research. Knowing the company, maybe even who's interviewing you, and preparing that tell me about yourself answer really well.
Oh, for sure. That question sets the stage. Nail that and you're off to a great start.
And Heinz Kleeman had some great practical advice. Just be clear, thoughtful, genuine. Answer the question they actually ask.
Right. Don't just give generic answers about company culture. Be authentic. Give real, practical reasons why this company appeals to you. Interviewers can usually spot insincerity.
Authenticity seems like a running theme here.
It really is. Along with adaptability. Freddie Hoganer talked about showing how you do things, not just what you know.
And focusing on measurable outcomes, again, saving money, making things more efficient.
Exactly. And Tony Nutley added the importance of transferable skills and just showing engagement, showing potential. You don't need to know everything coming in.
Yeah, show you're adaptable, eager to learn.
Which ties into what Adam Chetzuk said about being honest about what you know and what you want to learn. It's okay not to have all the answers.
Right. Showing structured thinking and a desire to grow can be really positive. That story about the candidate staying on unpaid after a failed internship just to learn. Wow.
Powerful example of commitment and initiative, right? That's gold for an employer.
Definitely.
Okay.
Almost there. One really practical but maybe easily overlooked point. Follow up.
Oh, absolutely vital. Stacey Garlieb stressed this. Follow up professionally after every interaction.
Confirming your application, sending a thank you after an interview.
Yes, it shows persistence, professionalism, communication skills, continued interest. It reinforces all the good qualities you want to project. Don't skip it.
Such a simple thing, but says a lot. Okay, finally, the tough part. Rejection.
Yeah, it happens. It's part of the process for almost everyone.
And the article had a good point. It's not always about you.
Right. Could be timing, budget, internal candidates, other amazing applicants. Try not to take it purely personally.
Easier said than done sometimes, but important to remember. And also, treat every application, every interview as practice.
Exactly. You get sharper each time, more confident, more articulate. See it as building momentum.
It's a learning process. Okay, so wrapping this all up, it feels like the big takeaway is moving beyond just having the qualifications.
Definitely. It's about preparation, tailoring, telling your story with specifics, showing initiative, demonstrating genuine interest, and being persistent with follow-up.
It's really about showing your potential, your eagerness to learn and contribute, maybe even more than just listing past jobs.
Precisely. Positioning yourself as someone who's ready to add value right from the start.
So here's our final thought for you, the listener. Think about all these tips. Pick one, or maybe two. What's one small micro-execution, as Anders Bill called it, that you can actually do this week?
Yeah, what can you create or share that shows your skills or your interests instead of just talking about it?
Maybe it's drafting a tailored paragraph for your dream company's cover letter, or doing that quick LinkedIn analysis, or identifying a specific story for the STAR method.
Whatever it is, taking that small, concrete action step could make a real difference. It could be the thing that helps you stand out.
This has been From Dorms to Desks, job hunting tips for those early in their careers. A podcast brought to you by College Recruiter job search site, which believes that every student and recent grad deserves a great career. Each episode, we dive into tips, tricks, and insights that will help you land your next part-time, seasonal, internship, or entry-level job. Subscribe to this podcast for free now, so you don't miss an episode, and visit www.collegerecruiter.com to find your next great job.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock has tips to protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication, report phishing, and update the software on your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, let LifeLock alert you to suspicious uses of your personal information. LifeLock also fixes identity theft, guaranteed or your money back. Stay smart, safe, and protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.